You've wasted so much of my time. If you had cooperated with me earlier, I wouldn't have had to do this.
What are you trying to do, Dr. Eggman? Why do you wish to revive the flames of disaster?
Did your parents ever disclose to you anything about Solaris? Solaris's secrets are in his eternal flames. His power can change time, and even manipulate the fabric of time itself. I wish to obtain this power, and dominate everything in this world. From the past, all the way to the future.
You wish to rule over time?
Yes, truly. And the secret, it remains dormant in you, Princess. The Princess of Soliana and the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Once I have everything, the fate of the whole world will change. And one of the beautiful gems is just ahead.
Chaos Emerald located.
Finally. Now, let's go collect that Chaos Emerald.
Eggman will probably go
Alright,
to the ancient
welcome back to
castle.
Sonic
Let's
06,
get there
and
first
no,
and save Elise.
that is just how the game looks. It just goes that slow sometimes. So, in this video, we have quite a few things that we can do. Most of them are very annoying. However, we are about to go do my favorite thing in the entire game. So over here, there is a side mission that we can do. I've been mostly avoiding these because they all stink, to be quite fair. However, there is one that clearly shines above the rest. And that is with this man here.
Hey.
I say Princess Elise and I fight bad guys. I'm the superhero, Sonic Man. Man, I'm cool. Why are you dressed like me? Oh, I get it. You look up to me, don't you? I'll give you my autograph. You don't want it? You're the real Sonic? Sure, kid, sure. Just for you. I'll prove to you that I'm the real thing. Let's race.
I don't know why I turned him into Snake at the end there.
Hey.
The one who reaches the station first wins, okay?
So, all we have to do is race Sonic Man. This is hilarious, it's great. He's just the speed of a normal person in this game. I mean, he doesn't put up any fight. He's just a guy. And I love his design. It's just so weird. He looks like, again, somehow everything always goes back to Dead Rising, but he looks like the Mega Man X outfit in Dead Rising 1.
No.
No way. Wait. Who's real
Okay, that went by too fast. But yeah, this is great. This is not the last that we'll be seeing of Sonic Man, though, which is very nice. Yeah, so that's Sonic Man. That's my favorite part of the game. It is now done. It was done in 33 seconds.
That was incredible!
I figured I'd include that. Just, you can't not do Sonic Man. There's another pretty infamous one about Pele the beloved dog, but that one's not as funny. At least not in my opinion. So right now, we are supposed to be, you know, tracking down Eggman. We're supposed to go to Kingdom Valley right now, which requires a couple of trials to go through to actually be able to get to Kingdom Valley. But at this point in the game, the store has unlocked a couple of new items that Sonic can use that I'm gonna just be purchasing right here.
Hey.
Hey. So there's these gems, the green gem, the red gem, and the blue gem. I'll be buying all of these and using them. They all have a different property. So this one, the blue gem, gives you a burst of speed, which I really shouldn't have to tell you it was a bad idea in this game. The red gem slows down time. There's not really a great way to show that it's actually slowing down time, except for this guy. I think I'm going to try and slow down his movements. The green gem, or whatever this one is, it's like a tornado kind of attack. It's not very useful. The only useful one, I guess if you look at Tails' tails, you can see him slowing down. The red gem is really the only one of use. There are a couple others that I think you had to download that, like, really genuinely break the game. But, you know, I'm not downloading them because I think you have to pay for them. And, the very last thing I'm ever going to do is give this game more money. So these are the trials of Soliana that we have to do in order to get to Kingdom Valley.
Hey.
The Trial of Knowledge. These all stink. I hate these.
Hey.
The Trial of Knowledge isn't as bad as the other ones. It's basically just, like it says, follow the warp gates to the goal. So this one, I think it's middle, then, like, turn around, and then middle again, I think. So just follow what I'm doing. So that was 2 middles. I think I messed up here, because I went for that one instead of the one that was right behind me. Or no, that's where I screwed up. If I had just turned right back around, I would have been able to, I would have been fine. Also, do not homing attack through these, because that will happen. The homing attack stores through the warp, which is just like, whatever, man, just whatever. So, real quick, I'm going to go over a property of the gems that this game forgot about. So, this whole game, Sonic has had that bar that is now glowing at the bottom right of the screen. You might be asking yourself, what is that for? It was supposed to be for the gems. It was supposed to gradually go down as you use the gems, but they forgot to program it, which means you can just use the gems as often as you want. Which, hey, I'm not going to complain. I think that's actually good, because it lets me break the game. And I don't know why it's not just in a clockwise manner here, that you go to this guy, then the guy in the middle, then the guy to the right. But that's just nitpicking at that point. Okay, so this is cursed. This is a cursed fucking Let's Play. My computer just crashed in the middle of me talking about this section. So this is the test of courage. I'm just so annoyed right now. This is probably my least favorite part of the game. It's the worst. I think it's the most frustrating part. You have to do all of this without taking a single hit. I can't tell you how many times I've been through this where, like, I'll walk into an enemy by accident, or like a missile will just spawn out of nowhere. You know, I'll turn the camera and then a missile will just shoot me. So the red gem here is very, very useful. Not only is the red gem useful for, like, dodging bullets like you're in the Matrix, it also, as you can see, it slows down the in-game timer. So if you're going for, like, S ranks and stuff, it's actually very useful. So yeah, the way you'll most be able to notice that I'm actually using the gem, the red gem, is just take a look at the timer. If the timer's going slow, it means I'm using it. And the only reason I say that is because the game just slows itself down sometimes. Sometimes it's legitimately difficult to tell if I'm doing it or if the game's doing it. So, yeah, I would say that is probably the worst part of the game done. At least the worst part of Sonic's story.
That was incredible.
I would say each character has, like, a worst part. And I would say that that is the worst part of Sonic's done. The next one is the Trial of Love, and it is way easier. In fact, it's probably the easiest thing in the game to do besides who's the captain. So you have to choose between Amy or Elise, which one you want to choose. Obviously, we want to choose Amy, because not because we like Amy, but because Elise is a human, and that's weird. There is no wrong answer there. You can pick Amy or you can pick Elise. Obviously for the story it makes more sense to pick Elise, but I'm glad that they let us choose the not weird option.
That was incredible!
So that is the Trials of Soliana done. I don't like a single one of them. This is a thing that could have been gotten out of the game.
Hey.
Again, it's kind of a concept that I like. Like, I like that you have to, like, prove yourself worthy before you can get to, like, one of the bigger levels in the game. I like that concept. But, you know, it just stinks. It's bad. Bad game. If it was done differently, I probably would have liked it. Again, I don't dislike the town stuff in theory. It's in practice. And also, Tails, you couldn't have flown us up here? He's already up there. Like, what a load of malarkey.
You look like you're in a hurry. So, what's going on? Circumstances have changed. I need to rescue the princess.
Cool. You've been trying to kill me this whole game, but now we're friends? Alright.
Right away.
So this is Kingdom Valley. I've gone back and forth. I think this might be my favorite Sonic level in the game. It's between this and Radical Train. I think both of them are the ones that, once you learn them, and, you know, learn how to deal with their BS, are probably the most fun to play and most fun to watch. It's, you know, it's grand in scale. I like that the location of this is really cool and feels like a Sonic Adventure level. And I like it quite a bit. I don't really have much to complain about, other than this and the next level are really long. And I think they could have trimmed down some of these levels because, I don't know, it's just not fun to play a long Sonic level. And they obviously didn't learn that, because the very next game, which was Sonic Unleashed, has like the longest level of all time with Eggman Land. They didn't learn a single thing. But yeah, this is a cool level. I like this one. If I ever, for whatever reason, were to find myself going back and like doing the level select to play a level in this game, this is probably one of them that I would definitely pick. There's a lot of cool paths. I think the music is, even though I don't think it's good for an action stage like this, the music is very good. There's a lot of cool paths, like I said. That is still a problem. The fact that Sonic just goes wherever he feels like. So yeah, you know what? I gotta say, I'm a fan of Kingdom Valley. It's also, I think this was the demo level, and like the level that was shown off like the most before the game came out. So if I had to guess, if I was a betting man, I would say that they focused a lot on this level. So it's probably why it feels the most like complete and not bad out of all the levels in the game. So right up ahead, we are about to get introduced to a whole new playstyle.
I'll go on ahead.
We are now playing as Pothead the Porcupine, aka Silver the Hedgehog, who we're going to get more acquainted with in just a few videos, as his story is next up on the docket. So I'll get more into how I feel about Silver then, but I think initially I thought this was a really stupid idea, just to have like what? He uses his mind? He has mind powers? It's a stupid idea in concept, but I think the gameplay is actually quite fun sometimes. Not all the time, though. He has a hover move that I would say don't use how they want you to. They want you to hold down the button to hover, You gotta mash it. It conserves it, and it makes Silver go way farther. It's a little slower, but it just works better. You have to be on the ground for it to recharge, which is why you'll see me just kind of stand there sometimes. Unlike Sonic's gems, Silver's, like, stamina bar or whatever was actually programmed properly. So unfortunately we can't really cheese that. They, for whatever reason, programmed that correctly. So yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to complain about in Silver. I think the big issue with Silver is that he's just too slow. Sonic already is very slow in this game compared to other games. But Silver is, like, just takes it to another level. Silver is so slow. He really makes these levels that were, you know, built for Sonic, probably, and just makes them, like, go on 1,000 times longer than they ever should. He doesn't really have many levels that were built just for him and just for his gimmick. I would have liked, instead of him going through the same levels as Sonic and Shadow, for him to get, like, unique areas to play with his playstyle. And because Sega always gets cold feet when it comes to these types of gameplay styles of, like, stuff that they introduce in games that aren't well received, they're always like, oh, well, it was not well received because of this. It's like, no, I don't think this game was badly received because of Silver's gameplay. I think you could try this again, but they never will. I think it'd be interesting to see a Silver game. You know, they gave Shadow a game. It's a bad game. It's a very bad game. But I wouldn't be opposed to seeing them try, like, at least another playable section of Silver. I think that would be kind of interesting. Build levels around him, and I think he could be pretty interesting to play as. I guess one of the big things about this level that I don't like is that it's probably too boring. Sometimes, like, that area that we were just in looks exactly like the last area that we were just in, and the next area that we're going to go to is going to look exactly the same as the last one. So I think that can go away to make it look and feel like it's longer than it actually is. Also, this is where I got completely turned around. All I wanted to do was hit that ring, and I did, and it looked like it threw me through it backwards. And for some reason, I was like, oh no, you take the upper path here. So I went back on this rail, and I realized, oh wait, it's just sending me backwards. And then the game killed me. So that was cool. So yeah, all I had to do was just walk forward. I really was like, why did I do that? I was so annoyed with myself. I probably would have gotten a good rank on this level if I didn't do that, and then if I didn't just walk forward and immediately get murdered. Yeah, this is, I think, the level that feels the most like it could have been in Sonic Adventure 1 or 2. Of course, something I would say with Sonic is probably make his homing attacks a little bit stronger. Like, there's no reason that Sonic has to sit there and attack these enemies like 5 times before they die. Right? Shadow is all about combat in terms of, like, homing attacking enemies. Silver has the throwing things. I think Sonic's about speed. You want to just finish those enemies quickly. I think that would have been a pretty major addition that they could have made for Sonic's gameplay, and my dog obviously agrees. I don't know if you heard that. It doesn't matter if you touch anything here, you're locked in there. So that's always one of those moments where I'm like, oh, I don't want to touch the controller, I feel like it's going to throw me off. But you're fine. And this is one of those times where you're like, is the game slowing down itself, or am I using a gem? To be frank, I could not tell you. And yeah, this is another prime example of just please ignore the dash pads. If you use the dash pad here, it's going to just smash you into the wall.
Yes. Gotta be careful not to fall off here.
That is probably one of the scariest parts of this entire level. Because you have to homing attack an enemy, and then light speed dash, and like all of those buttons are mapped to the same one. So I remember like the first couple times I played this game, I would just bounce bracelet off to my death. Here, these bits of the stairs are supposed to kind of like fall away once you touch them, which is why I'm sticking to the edges there. If you just kind of stick to the edges, they won't fall, which is a good little tip. We're coming up on the end of this level, which is probably your first time through, going to be the most aggravating, frustrating part of the game, because it is the final Mach speed section, which means they expected you to get good at these at some point and have them not be broken. So, the difficulty has been ramped up quite considerably. But I think I did it all in one go. Like, this was just one attempt, which I was really happy with. I figured, because I got a good take of it last time, I was like, there's no way I'm gonna get that to happen again.
Sonic, leave this up to me. You go after.
So here we go. This is the final Mach speed section. And when I recorded the audio for this video last time, I literally said, this is the last time I ever have to play a Mach speed section, which I guess probably jinxed me. So the reason that this is so difficult is because there are a lot of jumps that you have to make very quickly, one after another, and they're very precise jumps, where you have to fix Sonic's positioning. Which, as I've said multiple times, Sonic, once you jump in a Mach speed section, you cannot adjust his direction, which means the first time through this, you're probably going to be making split-second decisions and just jumping off and careening to your death. So that is what makes this section very, very difficult and not fun to play your first time. I mean, it's not fun to play whenever, but at least you can be better at it. You know, this isn't a very fun Mach speed section. It's just a straight line, basically. But that is it. We have no more Mach speed sections to do until my computer explodes after I'm done recording this and before I get a chance to upload it. So that'll be fun. And I'll see you in the next video where we play Sonic's last level. So see you then.